Hey guys, what's up? It's Julian from Magix Buttons, and some of you might know that last week there was the first edition of the Dutch Comic Con in the Netherlands, and it was a huge success. From what I heard, there were 16,000 visitors in 2 days, so I wanted to give you guys a personal tour of my highlights around the Dutch Comic Con. Of course, our very own Magix Buttons store was there, where people could buy both retro and some of the newer games and consoles. We also brought our own arcade cabinet where you could play thousands of classic video games. The stand I am most proud of is the Wall of Consoles comic stand. Together with the Dutch gaming magazine Power Unlimited, we chose the very best comic games that visitors could play all day long. It was the ultimate retro game comic experience. What actually surprised me during the Dutch Comic Con was the sheer amount of cosplayers. People were showing off some awesome costumes, and my personal favorite was this Sauron, which you can see here. Next up are the indie game stands. Ronimo Games is the perfect example of the talented studios we have in Holland. It consists of 17 people dedicated to their game's awesomeness and Swords and Soldiers, which I personally like for their cool art style. These guys are not your typical cosplayers, but they are the Belgian developers of the game Guns, Gore and Cannoli. I enjoyed the Mafia setting and the fact that you can couch co-op with up to 4 players. This was the Dutch Game Garden stand where several smaller studios showed off their game. The fact that you could play a game and talk to the developers who were standing next to it was a very awesome experience. Moving on to some other stands, I saw a lot of movie props. I couldn't miss these cars from Back to the Future and Batman. I can't even imagine how much it costs to make a car like this. Of course, there is much more to show from the Dutch Comic Con, but these were my personal highlights. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you around next year at the Dutch Comic Con.